So my name's Dennis Doble, and I want to first of all welcome everybody to this dedication ceremony. Today is the culmination of 4 years of planning, development, and construction. The city and the Parks and Recreation Department are excited to finally welcome our community members into this facility. We hope everyone finds something that appeals to them. We have a few speakers that will be providing some remarks this afternoon. And right now, I'd like to introduce our Mayor, Chris Lettisay.
Good afternoon. Who is excited to dedicate this today? Yeah. As Dennis said, this has been a long time coming, a lot of discussion. I think we did the groundbreaking about a year and a half ago. And so we are excited for what this means for Blue Springs. It's more than just another recreation facility. This is, and I see our former mayor sitting right there. Wave to him, Carson, to know you're here. Give him a round of applause. This is an indication of progress, is really what it is. It's a quality of life opportunity. It's a recreation opportunity, and it's just another amenity for our community. And so I'm going to recognize some of the elected officials that helped make this happen. We have every council member here. Over here on the left, Councilmember Jerry Kaler for District 1. Wave to him, Jerry. Councilmember Kent Edmondson, give him a round of applause. I see Councilmember Susan Culpepper right there standing. Wave to him. Councilmember Galen Erickson right behind her. Way in the back, Councilmember Ron Fowler. Give him a round of applause. So Dennis and Justin are going to thank the construction crew and the staff that also helped make this possible. But I want to thank the council and any park commissioners, if you can wave as well. Where's our park commission? Several of them over there. These guys, we've been having the discussion, have helped make this possible. When we were talking budget, I don't know if anybody's tried to build something the last couple of years, but things have got expensive. And so the council was committed to making this right, to doing it right, making sure it was what we had planned and not really losing any of the amenities we had planned from the beginning. So we're excited to open this. I will give our former mayor a lot more kudos here in a few minutes anyway. And I think we even had a state representative here somewhere. But we are excited for what this means for Blue Springs, excited to get it started. And welcome to Blue Surf Bay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I would be remiss if I did not recognize our city administrator, Christine Cates. She's worked diligently with me on this project, so I want to recognize her. I want to take this time now to introduce our Parks and Recreation Department's newly appointed director, Justin Stewart. Justin has been with the city of Blue Springs for 12 years, serving in the role of superintendent of recreation, assistant director, and now director. Please welcome Justin.
Thank you, everybody, for being here today to celebrate this milestone moment for the city of Blue Springs and Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department. As other people have said, this is a culmination of years of planning, construction, meetings after meetings, and preparation for this day to get here. Seeing Blue Surf Bay come together has been quite a journey. It all started with the 80% voter approval to extend the half-cent park sales tax. Thank you to the voters of Blue Springs. From there, we started right in. From there, we started right in with design work, and soon after, the first dirt was moved on this site. Some of you might remember that where we're standing and sitting today was really the entry drive to the roundabout entrance at the field house, and the space behind us was just an open field at the time. What a transformation that took place in the span of the past 18 months. And to give you an idea of the transformation that has taken place on this site, here's just a few staggering numbers from this project. When you go out here for your tour today, you'll see 5,642 cubic yards of concrete. There are 19,374 tons of rock under that concrete, 12,031 lineal feet of water pipe. And I can tell you, if you could have seen the water pipe, they're crisscross everywhere. If we have a leak, you probably don't want to be the one to dig it up. 32 water pumps to run all the features of Blue Surf Bay, and 507,712 gallons of water to fill all the pools. So those are some pretty incredible numbers that brought this project together. I would like to recognize the Park Commission who has supported this project throughout the process. Their guidance, support, and vision has been instrumental in making Blue Surf Bay a reality. Current Park Commission consists of Nick Brummel, Tony Lopez, Brian Markworth, Ken Farrell, Debbie Canfield, Tara Johnson, Almitra Buzon, Keith Hanneman, and Brittany Boswell. If you could give them a round of applause. I think a lot of them are here today. I'm not sure if they all are. I haven't been around to see everybody yet. There are also many others who are past Park Commission members who have supported this project from the beginning stages as well. Park commissioners are dedicated people who volunteer their time to help create great facilities like Blue Surf Bay for our community. I also want to make sure that we recognize the Parks and Recreation Department staff. This project has been a huge undertaking for our entire department. And while not everyone was directly involved hands-on with the project throughout, everyone had a part of the project in some way. That might have been in the form of taking on extra duties. We asked a lot of people to step up and do different things. Helping complete projects that we were able to do in-house. We did a lot of things in-house that saved us a lot of money on this project. Rearranging schedules at the last minute to accommodate construction timelines. I can't tell you how many times I had a meeting scheduled and I had to call or text staff and say, sorry, I'm not going to be at that meeting. We're going to have to reschedule. And everybody just took it in stride. Hiring staff, we've got roughly around 100 lifeguards hired, so that was a big undertaking. And then answering questions from the public. As much information as we try to put out, there's still questions out there. So it's just a constant battle of trying to get the right information to the right people and have those questions answered. And from there, the list just goes on and on. Our staff has taken on these challenges in stride and have been willing to do anything asked of them throughout the project. Staff have worked some very long days, giving up evenings and weekends with their families. Thank you to those families as well. We have tremendous staff in this department. Credit is owed to all of them for doing the work day in and day out to provide quality recreation opportunities and top-notch facilities like this for our community. So a huge thank you to our Parks and Rec staff. The successful completion of Blue Surf Bay is due to your commitment to this department and our city. You'll see a lot of them standing around the outside edges here wearing their Blue Surf Bay shirts. So if you guys could, please join me in giving the very best Parks and Recreation staff a round of applause. I also want to say thanks to all of our architects and contract partners that have been part of this team to complete the project. We'll get into more details about all of them in a little bit, but I wanted to thank all of them for their desire to work together to make this the best water park that it can be. They were open to staff's ideas and suggestions throughout the project, and I feel like the team worked well together to overcome any obstacles that we were faced with. Blue Surf Bay is an amazing addition to the Blue Springs community. It's not just about the slides and pools, it's about being a place where our citizens can create memories that will last a lifetime. With the field house and Blue Surf Bay together, there's truly something here for everyone, and it's a really special facility. The vision statement for our department reads, creating outstanding recreational, cultural, and natural experiences to enrich and enhance the quality of life for our community today and for future generations. There's no doubt that Blue Surf Bay and the field house fulfill that vision for Blue Springs. Together, let's make some waves and celebrate the opening of this extraordinary facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. You've heard a lot of remarks about the sales tax, but I just want to take a couple minutes because we'd be remiss if we did not recognize the many residents that worked to pass the park sales tax that funded this improvement. Their dedication to improving the park system for the residents of today and for the future is a testament to making Blue Springs a great community. In honor of their work, the residents for passing the park sales tax renewal, a dedication plaque has been installed to commemorate their efforts. And that is the plaque that is directly in front of us here. That was paid for by the PAC, by the money that they raised. It was one of the things they asked to do when they disbanded the PAC after the sales tax was renewed. So Justin kind of mentioned that we had a lot of great partners. One of those partners is SFS Architecture. They have provided the city of Blue Springs with outstanding services over the years. SFS was the lead architect when the city acquired and renovated Blue Springs Fieldhouse in 2015. Not only have they provided the city with outstanding civic facilities, but they have assisted the city with studies that have led to the improvements in our park system, in facilities alike. Here today, Brian Garvey, a principal with SFS Architecture, has led many of these initiatives. Today, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome Brian to the stage.
Thank you, Dennis. Wow, good afternoon. Holy cow, I can't believe where I'm standing today. So, my name is Brian Garvey. I am a principal with SFS Architecture, as Dennis mentioned, and we were the architect of record for the Fieldhouse and Blue Surf Bay Water Park. SFS has been a trusted partner for over 35 years out of the 50 years we've been in business. Some of these projects have illustrated the growth, prosperity, stewardship, quality of life that Blue Springs residents expect and deserve. I want to take a second just to recognize the late Mike Fickle. He was a founding partner of SFS, and Carrie Newman, one of the current partners at SFS, for their work starting at Vesper Hall back in 1989. Shortly after that, we worked on the City Hall, and just recently, we renovated and expanded the City Hall as well. But those projects were some of our first collaborations with the City of Blue Springs, and this project, I hope, is just another of several chapters in the story of working with this community. So I want to take a second just to thank Justin, Matt, Dennis, Christine, Mayor Ross, the City Council, the Parks Commission, all the advisory and steering committee members that we've worked with on this project, and everyone else at the City of Blue Springs, past and present, for your vision, passion, and competency in what you do for your community. We're extremely proud of what our team has achieved here today. I hope you are too. And I want to recognize several of our teammates and other firms for their efforts. So from our team first at SFS Architecture, Carrie Newman, Derek McMurray, Bonnie Lindbergh, Kevin Hartman, Nathan Jones, and then Allison Vandiver and Zach Bodine in particular. These two have been the face of SFS on this project for the past several years and have contributed significantly to its success. Other design team members, Tim Burfine with SK Design Group, our civil engineer, longtime collaborator with our firm on a variety of projects. Stantec, to Josh and Kelly, you guys knocked it out of the park with the landscape architecture, the plaza design, other outdoor spaces around here. PKMR engineers, who was the MEP engineer on the project, and all the building systems and the massive amount of coordination that goes into coordinating pools and building systems. Our structural engineer, Matt Enstrom with Stan Structural Engineering. Avant Acoustics for putting together all of the AV systems, design and commissioning of all the audio video systems. Of course, Water Technology, who is responsible for all the aquatic design on this project, which is immense, and we'll get to the details of that shortly. But Doug Whitaker and Michael Paul with Water Tech have just done a fantastic job with us in our continued long-term partnership with Water Tech. McCown and Gordon, so Arlen, Brad, Marcus, Jesus, Jeff, all of you guys, you just did an outstanding job working with our team and with the City of Blue Springs. And of course, some of your major trade partners, Westport Fools, Splashtacular, Waterplay, Ninja Cross, Big Bamboo Studios, just wow. Can't say enough about you guys. There's so many people from design to construction to operation that deserve kudos. So thank you to everyone that we may have missed. Now, Dennis and Justin also asked me to talk about the design, but I think we need to step back and talk a little bit more about the journey before we get to the destination. So as Dennis mentioned, we've worked on a series of studies with the city over the years. And going back to 2012, we started a feasibility study on a new community center. We held public meetings, conducted surveys, worked closely with staff and committees, and developed a concept for a community center with an indoor aquatic center. At the time, this was a great facility that was designed. It balanced the community's needs and priorities, and it was a sustainable financial plan. But it had a price tag of about $35 million at that time. And unfortunately, it wasn't a priority for the community back then. If you escalate that cost today from $35 million from 2012 to today, you'd be close to $60 million. So suffice to say that timing just wasn't right. But things happen for a reason. But the city recognized the community's needs. They needed to expand their indoor wellness and recreation offerings. So in 2014, they purchased an underperforming, underutilized private facility called Sports City. They invested around $6 million, and the Blue Springs Fieldhouse opened in 2015, fully renovated and included indoor turf, basketball courts, aerobic studio, spinning studio, fitness center, child watch space, and party rooms. That facility operated in the black since it opened, under the motto, fitness and recreation for all. I think that's just a great motto for every Parks and Recreation park that have. They continue to exceed expectations under the leadership of Dennis and Justin and their team of dedicated Parks and Recreation professionals. And I agree, I think one of the best departments in the area, if not the country here. So in 2020, they called on us again to pick up the conversation about aquatics for their community. We partnered with WaterTech and StanTech, and we evaluated various sites, conducted more surveys, and we had to get pretty creative with community engagement as the pandemic took hold on us in 2020. But the team, the community, they persevered, they looked ahead, and they identified the priorities of that study, and that's largely represented in what you see here today. I think we've exceeded the expectations of that study. In 2017, again in 21, Dennis mentioned the community supported sales tax referendums to provide funding for local parks to make this project a reality. So the design team in collaboration with the County Board in Westport started design in October of 21, finalized design and cost in 22, and the council approved the contract allowing construction to begin in October of 22. So where are we standing today? We're standing at the unique intersection of multi-generational indoor recreation, wellness, and aquatics in a municipal facility. And there's nothing like this in the Midwest. There's probably nothing like this in the country. The existing field house combined with the new expansion in indoor aquatics results in about over 110,000 square feet of interior space, plus 45,000 square feet of outdoor aquatic spaces. The cost has been substantial, but even combined with the investment in Sports City almost 10 years ago, this recreation complex provides far more value than the 2020 or 2012 community center feasibility study ever imagined. So things happen for a reason, like I mentioned. And one reason that 2012 plan maybe wasn't supported was to challenge this team at the city to think outside the box, continue to follow through, and to build community trust. Things happen for a reason, and good things come to those who wait. So by building trust and being patient, you now have the reward of this outstanding complex. So now the destination. The improvements at the fieldhouse and the site include new cladding on the former Sports City facility and new roofing. Will improve its performance, prepare it for the future. A new smoothie and wellness bar inside that have been added in the former entry to the fieldhouse. The fitness center has been expanded and upgraded. This new plaza with landscaping, expanded parking, pedestrian spaces, stormwater improvements, all serve the increased facility demand you're going to see. And a wonderful new lobby connecting the fieldhouse and the aquatic center. Serves as an entry to access new universal and inclusive changing facilities, a meeting room, birthday party rooms, an aquarium, a lounge with a fireplace, a circular control desk provides space for staff to welcome guests and provide information to Parks and Rec visitors. St. Luke's Healthcare has continued and even expanded their partnership with Blue Springs in a larger footprint off the lobby space. Now the fun stuff. The indoor aquatics, or Cliff Cove, as it's called now, houses a 14,000 square foot natatorium. That's your staff and first aid spaces that serve both the indoor and outdoor. A deep water lap pool with a ninja cross that's suspended over that pool. Rock climbing and cliff diving. A program pool with shallow water, underwater benches, restorative jets, and a current channel. A whirlpool spa and steam sauna. A 190-foot-long enclosed indoor water slide. And an 1,800 square foot indoor splash pad. So the kiddos can still enjoy indoor aquatic adventures with minimal operational costs and staff supervision. And a little bit of trivia off script here. When you go through the facility and you see some of these little squiggly lines and shapes, there's about 45,000 of those on the indoor slide tower And if you look closely, that's actually the Blue Springs logo and the Blue Springs Parks and Rec logo and some of the aquatics geometry that's been deconstructed and put into that pattern. So mark that for a trivia question later. The Outdoor Aquatic Center is over 45,000 square feet of pool deck, water, and slides with a variety of shade structures, lounge furniture, and rentable cabanas. The Waikiki Waves area includes a surf simulator with a closed circuit video feed on a massive video display that you can also use for dive-in movie nights. Concessions and shaded seating with the fire pit are just behind me, so you can watch fall and spring season surfing. The Blue Surf Lookout above me with refreshments and an elevated sun deck to look out over the surf machine and the rest of the facility. Turtle Bay, which includes a zero-depth entry toddler pool with sun shelf and a large play structure, a 600-foot-long lazy river, a wave fall pool, and a shallow water play area. And I feel like I can't emphasize that one enough. That is amazing. Last but not least, the Typhoon Plunge area, which is the most visible element you see as you pass by on I-70. A 40-foot tall slide complex where you can take one of 4 water slides back there. A 280-foot enclosed open body slide, a 325-foot open and enclosed tube slide, 415-foot long enclosed tube slide onto a deck runout, or for those that are pretty brave, take the Slipstream, which is a 300-foot long stand-up slide. And it's the longest stand-up slide in the world right now. So wow. Last, I'll close. I've been up here long enough. On behalf of the design team and SFS Architecture, thank you all for trusting us to be your partner on this fantastic project. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing the citizens of Blue Springs enjoy it for years to come. I hope you have a great weekend and a great summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, SFS Architecture, again, for your vision. Not only does it take a great architect, but it takes a quality general contractor for the construction process. And that can be a challenge sometimes with all the many different trade partners and things that go into a project like this. Well, no project no project comes without challenges. It takes a team to overcome these challenges. McCown Gordon Construction showed throughout the construction of Blue Surf Bay Water Park, they were the right partner to create this unique facility. Arlen Klein Sorge, market leader for civic projects for McCown Gordon, led a great team through the design process all the way through construction. Please welcome Arlen to the stage now.
Thanks, Dennis. First of all, I'd just like to say congratulations, Blue Springs. You've gone to having no public pool to having something like this is pretty darn incredible. So congratulations. And then also, thank you for allowing McCown Gordon to be a part of it. We've been tracking this project for quite a while. Talked to Dennis, had several meetings, and it was certainly on our radar. And we really appreciate to be a part of such an iconic project. Dennis, first of all, thank you for all of your leadership, along with Justin, Matt, really a great partnership. And we appreciate the relationships that we've built along the way. And then SFS to Brian Garvey, to Allison, to Zach. Any project like this that's so complex, there's going to be issues, there's going to be things that arrive, but it's how you work through those, and having that partnership and the people together made it very seamless, and it was a really fun project. And I also want to recognize 4 people from McCown Gordon who lived this day in and day out for the last 18 months in a cozy job site trailer, and that was led by Jeff Clemens. Jeff is our general superintendent. And Jeff assured us that he's going to be on the surf simulator, or was it the wave pool? Oh, it's both. Okay. So we get forward to look into that here coming up. And then Marcus Watts was our field superintendent. He helped coordinate a lot of our trade partners. And then our project management group was led by Brad Corcoran, our senior project manager. along with Jesus Geronimo. Those two really led the coordination. And I tell you what's as impressive of what you see, it's almost what you don't see, that is just the sheer amount of coordination and effort went into this to make it a reality. And those guys all did a great job. And I also want to recognize all of our trade partners. I believe we had 45 different trade partners that we had on this project, and all of them really stepped up, worked the overtime they needed, kept it within budget, and really appreciate their efforts. And I also want to recognize Westport Pools, who had the lion's share of this. And that is all the cool stuff you see above grade that they did. Ryan, you and your team did an outstanding job. I'll be honest with you, there was a few sleepless nights that we had toward the end, but he assured us that we'd get through it, and we did. So again, congratulations, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of it.
So Arlen kind of talked about it, but I do, just from the city standpoint, want to say a huge thank you to Jeff Clemens, Brett Corcoran, Marcus Watts, and Jesus Geronimo. Those four individuals, they led the day-to-day operation. And as Arlen said, these guys sometimes almost live their life here with the projects going. And they were just an outstanding partner. I've had the privilege of work on several construction projects throughout my career. And I will say that by far, Jeff Clemens is one of the more organized individuals that I've ever seen. He's a great superintendent and just led a great team. There are also a lot of great partners that have been talked about, and I just want to recognize a few of them. If I don't recognize somebody, it's not because we can't, but there are just so many of them to mention. But some of the ones that had major roles in this facility and to see it come through, WTI Water Technologies, it's their design, their work is outstanding, and I hope that you guys feel that way when you get the opportunity to go in here and take a look at what we have here. Westport Pools, they spent a lot of time in the mud, holes, looking for things, fixing things. Just a great partner. We look forward to a long relationship. They have an office here in Kansas City, so we know that if we need something, they're going to be at our beck and call. We just truly appreciate the partnership that we've forged with them. Splashtacular, they provided our water slides. There's 5 water slides on the project. Very unique, and we're appreciative of them. Murphy's Wave provided a wave ball pool and a surf simulator. And then the Ninja Cross system and Stay Tech architecture for the landscape work that they did. Like I said, there's many other partners, all played a significant role, none any more or any less important, but certainly wanted to recognize those groups that played a significant role in this project. With that, I'd like to turn it back over to Mayor Livesey with a special presentation.
We actually get to do 2 exciting things today. Not only are we here to welcome and open Blue Surf Bay, an amazing aquatics facility, we're also here to dedicate and recognize a very important man. Mayor Ross, can you come up here and join me? While as you may give him a round of applause, thanks for going up here. So I appreciate my friend from SFS kind of forecasting this for me. Carson's the kind of guy that has a vision. And that first time back in 2012, Carson was trying to lead the way. And every time he would go to a community and they would have a facility like this, he would say, why doesn't Blue Springs have one, right? Where is ours? And so for more than 10 years, Carson Ross has had the vision to try to make this happen. And so we thought it was appropriate, the council and the park commission, to not only we have Blue Surf Bay at the field house, but to name the complex after Mayor Ross. And I have a gift. Seems like every time I see you, I'm showing you a shirt. So I've got a gift here. We are officially dedicating the Carson Ross Community Recreation Complex. And I've got a shirt with that facility. It's got the field house on one sleeve and Blue Surf Bay on the other. And you'll see on the front there, it's got Carson Ross Community Recreation Facility. And when are we actually we're gonna do it now?
Right now.
Okay, so if everyone will look up there, we're gonna unveil. You want to count down there, Ross? When do we start? Our friends are Channel 9.
Let's start with 9. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Yes. Thank you, Mayor. Let us see. Again, he's absolutely right. We were committed to make this happen, and the majority of the council today were with us all the way when we started working on this project, 2012, 2014, with the field house, and now with the aquatic center. And the voters, they agreed with us. And the park commission and the city council passed a renewed sales tax with no sunset that allowed us to do the bonding and do this facility. And I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud that they named this community recreation complex in my honor after 16 years as mayor. April 15th, I retired as the mayor of Blue Springs because I know, and now I want y'all to shout this out too, but before I do that, I would be remiss not to recognize the former First Lady, my wife, Ola Trulove Ross. Secondly, our not the youngest daughter anymore, next to the youngest daughter, all the way from Pasadena, California, Diana Ross. So, but anyway, there is a saying that we adopted while I was mayor, and I hope it will continue to resonate because we are a city that's what? And on the right track. And I know it will continue with Mayor Levacy and the city council and keeping this city moving and being the very best city in the state of Missouri. A very best city in the state of Missouri. So thank you for this honor. We look forward to spending some time, and I guarantee you I will not be one of the people on the longest stand-up slide in the world. All right, Mayor Levacy, Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you, Carson, for your years of service and vision for this community. This is a well-deserved honor. So now, finally, are you guys ready to see this facility? Well, we invite you into the new Carson Ross Community Recreation Complex. Thank you all for coming.
Oh, really? Yes.
Yeah.